So we're going to go ahead and get started. Good morning, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Aloni, and I'm with Schneps Media. Schneps Media is the largest local metro media company, and we are proud to publish over 70 newspapers, magazines, websites, webinars, podcasts, and events throughout Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, the Bronx, Westchester, Long Island, and Philadelphia. Today, we are thrilled to bring to you the webinar, In-Demand Healthcare Training and On-the-Job Success, the Ultimate Education. And I'm honored to be able to introduce to you Jennifer Gonzalez, who is the Director of Student Services at Eastern International College. Welcome, Jennifer.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. Well, let me tell you all a little bit about Jennifer. Jennifer has 9 years of experience working in higher education and teaching individuals in all facets of student and career services, and has trained over 17,000 students to date in best practices and how to leverage their knowledge, transferable skills, and abilities to obtain and maintain employment opportunities. Jennifer was formerly a mental health first aid instructor. She's skilled with curriculum design, development, and implementation within career services and job search. She also teaches ESL, English as a Second Language, and other professional development courses. Jennifer obtained her education specialist degree with a major in education, leadership, management, and policy, as well as her Master of Arts degree in Human Resources Training and Development from Seton Hall University. Her Bachelor's of Science degree was obtained from Berkeley College in Human Resources Management. She has experience as an entrepreneur, owning and running 2 businesses, and is highly skilled in all facets of outreach, relationship building, leadership, teaching, student, and career services. A true honor for us to be able to have Jennifer with us today. Welcome, Jennifer. We're looking forward to all you have to share with us.
Thank you. Should I share my screen now?
Yes, please do.
Fantastic.
Looks good.
Oh, hold on. Let me just, my apologies. Let me go back to I got to share from the beginning. Sorry about that.
Always good to be able to see that information, though.
There we go.
Perfect.
Well, welcome to In-Demand Healthcare Training and On-the-Job Success, the ultimate education that provides you with lifelong partnership with career services assistants throughout your career as a graduate from Eastern International College. My name, as Elizabeth has shared, thank you, is Jennifer Gonzalez, and I'm the Director of Student Services. My department is responsible for making sure that all students have an excellent experience. My team also provides mentorship, guidance, and counseling, as well as fun and memorable experiences to our students during their time at Eastern International College. The topics we're going to discuss today will include self-assessment for your education and job success, healthcare and dental program, what's in it for you, sample interviewing tips, the benefits of an EIC education, how to get started, and your path to success. So let's get started. I'm going to ask you a series of questions to help you with self-assessment to see if EIC, Eastern International College, might be the perfect fit for you, the ultimate education. Do you love helping others? Do you want to make a difference in the world and leave it a better place? Are you excited in getting your associate's or bachelor's degree in sought-after healthcare or dental occupation? Does having your college's continued guidance throughout school and afterwards with career services and employment services interest you? Would you like to get an accredited college degree? Do you love diversity? And are you interested in a college that is student-centered with small classes to enhance your learning and your experience? Would you like to have staff and instructors that are attentive and respond quickly to your needs and questions? Well, if you answered yes to any of the previous questions, then Eastern International College may be the perfect fit for you. We are student-centered, as I previously mentioned, and we provide our students with an excellent A-plus education, clinical and externship skill, and we have a collaborative team of expert teachers and staff to assist you during your school experience, as well as after graduation with lifetime assistance and mentorship with your career, which is the ultimate choice for obtaining your college degree. How cool does that sound? Now, Eastern International College has various in-demand healthcare and dental degree program offerings, which are listed on your slide here today. Let's delve a little deeper. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the projected yearly job openings across the United States from 2019 to 2029 are as follows. With cardiovascular technologist positions, there is a projected growth of 3,200 annual job openings per year. Dental hygienist lands itself with a projected growth of 15,100 job openings each year projected. The yearly projection for diagnostic medical sonography positions is at 5,100 positions. And then we climb to 47,000 annual projected job openings for health leadership, which includes medical, dental, and health services managers types of position. Lots of great opportunities in leadership there. Last but not least, the projected yearly job openings across the United States for registered nurses is at 175,900 jobs per year. And I have to share that many companies seek my graduates from all of my programs, and I am really proud of that. Well, do we want to know what's included within education at EIC? Absolutely. Let's get started. We have an engaged team at Eastern International College, and we're all about you being successful. Therefore, we are a partner in helping you obtain your educational and career objectives. This is a lifetime partnership, and we are invested in you. It starts with our admissions team, who are very knowledgeable. If you need financial assistance, a dedicated team of experts guides you through the process, and we'll let you know if you qualify for any free government grants and/or school scholarships. Registrar and student advising are highly skilled with working with adult learners. You're going to get to meet the entire team who will be providing you with support throughout your time at Eastern International College. We provide our students with an outstanding education, diversity, and hands-on clinical experiences. Eastern International College has affiliations with various hospitals, doctor's offices, medical centers, and much more to provide you with the optimal clinical internship experience to prepare you for your career. During school, we provide you with opportunities to gain leadership skills within student government, clubs you're interested in creating or joining, events to have fun together, student choices for community involvement and giving back to those who are less fortunate, leadership opportunities, and professional development to assist you, all which look great on your resume when you start interviewing after graduating. Eastern International College provides you with student services team to aid you with counseling and taking care of your mental health, mentorship, and improving soft skills, guidance to aid you in learning and honing those leadership skills, and so much more. Some of the webinars that we offer are time management, stress management, overcoming test anxiety, and a variety of other webinars. The ultimate prize after attaining your degree is that you get to have an experienced team of experts assist you with all facets of career services. That includes me too. We aid you with your resume. We provide you with all the tools that you need to be successful in landing that job. Additionally, we also send your resume directly to various hospitals, medical, and dental facilities throughout our strong employer partnership relationship that we have developed. Job fairs, or large job fairs, I should say, are put on twice a year. We have several recruitment days where my students and graduates automatically get instant interviews by me putting them in the slots because of the relationship that I have with the employer. They trust me and they trust Eastern International College. We also provide career counseling one-on-one, individually, and also in group settings. Last but not least, we provide professional development workshops, and we're all open to what the student needs, and wants. So we're always including new topics. Relationship with your career services expert. That's really important. As mentioned previously, Eastern International College has various employer connections, and career services assist you wherever you are, regardless of which state you live in. Being a lifetime partner with you in your career success is important to us at Eastern International College. Has anyone asked their high school or previous college professors for letters of recommendation? How about any of your current or former supervisors? That's going to be one tip that I want everybody here to make sure that you jump on. Start getting those letters of recommendation. And how do we get those? Well, the best way to ask is you just say to those individuals, do you think you could write me a letter of recommendation addressed to whom it may concern, attesting to my character and my work ethic? This looks fantastic, and I'll present and teach you at the end how to present them in the actual interview process during the career services classes that we offer at Eastern International College. Now, at EIC, or Eastern International College, the career services staff, which includes myself, may also be able to provide you with letters of recommendation for students that achieve that recommendation. And I have to let you know that many employers have told us that our graduates are optimal and that they interview very well. I'm so proud of them. Though employment can never be guaranteed by any college, we do work hand in hand with you, providing guidance and assistance in your success to obtain employment. And we're proud of the success we've had thus far. These are just some of the great benefits you'll receive in an ultimate Eastern International College education. After graduation, for years to come, we're there for you. Now, that's a partner in not only your ultimate education, but your career and job success long term. Let's give you a little sample on top of the letters of recommendation of some career services tips that we offer our students and graduates. Question number 1, do you know the best attire and colors to wear for an interview? It's actually navy blue. Navy blue represents team player. Other colors that are okay for the interview process would be like a dark charcoal gray and khaki will suffice. Question number 2, did you know understanding the 5 generations in the workforce can aid you in landing the job? When you understand the 5 generations, it aids not only in you landing the job, but having opportunities for advancement, promotion, lead position, and relationship development once you actually get that job. Question number 3, were you aware that at EIC, or Eastern International College, the career services experts are not only mentors, but a wealth of resources for you? Our career services experts work with you to help you overcome any employment and barriers. We also provide various resources and help you with obstacles that you may have when you actually obtain employment. So if you're having difficulty with a coworker or a supervisor, you have lifetime services with career services. So you reach out to us and we brainstorm with you and assist you in those aspects. And we also guide you as far as you need with your career success. Question number 4, when looking at an interviewer, should we always give really good eye contact and stare at the person directly in the eyes? I've had so many people think that that's the best thing to do, but I'm going to highly suggest that you don't do that. And let me give you a little story. I remember I had one student that sat across the desk from me, and she was giving me really, really strong eye contact. And it takes a lot to make me feel uncomfortable. And I remember the hairs were standing on the back of my neck. So I said to this student, wow, you have really strong eye contact. She said, I know I stare everybody directly in the eyes because I want them to see that I have really strong eye contact. Now, the only problem with that is that can sometimes come across as actually having stalker stare. And the only person that doesn't mind stalker stare is your significant other or somebody very close to you. So with her, I had shared, and I'm going to share with all of you, the best place to look at a person when you're interviewing is right here in between the eyebrows. And some people get a little uncomfortable with that. So I think, you know what? As long as you keep it here. So sometimes it can be at the tip of your nose or right here in between the eyes, or a little series of 2. But it really is a wonderful aspect, and it helps you because when you're looking at the person, it looks like you're giving them direct eye contact. I hope that those couple of little small tips will help you as well. And we delve into further skill sets and enhance on those when we have our career services classes and webinars. So do we want to know what the benefits are of attending Eastern International College? Absolutely. So what are the benefits? Our goal at Eastern International College is to properly prepare students for today's market, which is why Eastern International College offers programs that focus on in-demand medical and dental careers, such as nursing, dental hygiene, cardiovascular technology, diagnostic medical sonography, and health leadership. Our experienced faculty and staff is a great benefit. The student-centered education you receive when you go to college is only as good as the teachers and staff that it employs. I'm proud of our faculty and staff who are highly experienced with a mix of extensive knowledge and demonstrated abilities to connect with our diverse group of students. In addition, we provide graduate-centered assistance to each graduate to aid them in landing their dream job for a fulfilled and lifelong career. We also have small class sizes to optimize our students' learning, which aids them in landing and standing out amongst the competition once they're ready for that employment. Eastern International College has 2 campuses geared towards commuter student and online degree program students too, allowing learners to learn from anywhere near and far. Eastern International College is proud of our diverse campus and online campus life. While education is a key component for individual growth for each person, Eastern International College understands the importance for students to have a balanced life throughout their educational experience. In addition to providing a rich learning environment, we also encourage students to become more involved on campus and online by offering various activities and events to participate in. For example, one of our newest offerings is ASL, American Sign Language, where our students and graduates move together in cohorts in learning this silent language, which they can add to their resume as an additional language. Really cool, right? I have to share that the students and graduates have shared that they're really excited to have this new club as a benefit of being a student and a graduate of our college. Now, how do we get started with working towards my career goals and education goals? Well, it's really easy. Getting started, all you need to do is put the following website or web browser into your web browser, which is www.eicollege.edu/admissions/. This will be provided to you in the chat by Elizabeth as well. You can also chat with a live representative from our website. You can call one of our 2 campuses. We have Jersey City campus, which the phone number is 201-216-9901. Again, that's 201-216-9901. And our Belleville campus is 973-751-9051. One more time, 973-751-9051. We are committed to the educational and professional enrichment of each student. And at Eastern International College, we have an experienced and knowledgeable admissions team ready to assist you. Now, this can be you upon graduating and obtaining your licensure. Does this excite you? It excites me because it would be such an honor to be able to aid you in your journey to obtaining your education and career goals. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your schedule to participate in today's webinar. And I also would like to take time to thank Elizabeth for your time and hosting this webinar for us. So I want to suggest to everybody, reach out to our admissions team today and don't delay. Eastern International College is excited to aid you in obtaining the ultimate education. Our experienced team is ready to guide you on your journey in obtaining your education and your career objective. Being the Student Services Director, my team and I are looking forward to meeting, networking, and getting to know each of you while also aiding you in an exceptional student experience. Furthermore, we're excited to be a part of your path to success in obtaining a degree and a phenomenal in-demand healthcare or dental occupation, where we provide you with the tools you need to be a master at interviewing, to put yourself above the competition and knock them out with that top-notch education and clinical skill that you gained from Eastern International College. Reach for success and take the next step. Please note that you will receive an email blast too from us in the next week or two, but feel free to reach out. Show me how motivated you are. You'll see in the slide right in front of you, I have our contact information, and our missions representative are at your service and looking forward to hearing from you. I'd like to turn it back over to Elizabeth.
Thank you. That's so exciting. You know, one of the things that really stands out to me, I mean, obviously, it's phenomenal that you're offering training in such demand professions. And I think, you know, that's something that many students, you know, when they're thinking about their future, don't necessarily consider. And it really is so important to think about what is going to be needed when I graduate. And, you know, these are obvious, these are occupations that are really in demand now and will continue to be in demand over the next several years. But the thing that really wowed me on top of that is the commitment to helping students real world jobs. You know, often college can be very esoteric and can be very, you know, oh, it's an experience and it's, you know, but, you know, at the end of the day, we need a career. And we need to be able
Absolutely.
to interview and we need to be able to land that job. And I love that, you know, that's something at Eastern International College is so devoted to, you know, telling us about what colors we should wear in an interview. I mean, it seems like such a simple thing, but it's critical. So to me, that's something that's really very special and really very important when one is thinking about going to college. We do have some questions here that I'd love to ask
Sure.
you. One of them is, are you regionally accredited by Middle States?
Yes, we are regionally accredited by Middle States.
Okay, terrific. So another question was, someone said, I love helping people and I'm an ESL student. Does International Eastern College have training for TEAS to log into the nursing program?
Actually, that I would have to turn over and double check with our missions team. But being an ESL student, we're actually we just created a club, and it's going to be just starting in January. We're going to be doing an ESL club to be able to assist because we are an international college. And sometimes we have some students that just want to get that little extra edge with whether it's with their writing or maybe with their professional speaking. So we're actually just going to be commencing that, and that'll start in January. So that's, but I can ask that question and get back to you on that, Elizabeth.
Okay, terrific, terrific. Also, the question, and this might be directed to admissions, but what are the requirements to get started in nursing?
I'm actually going to again have to turn that over to the admission team. I apologize. I'm at the more at the end of the process and during the school experience. So we wanted to make sure that everybody knew what they were getting during their experience. And the most important aspect is at the end is getting jobs. I mean, that's the main thing. And the fact that we have those relationships with hospitals and medical facilities and doctors' offices, it's amazing because when I had first started, there were some hospitals that would only want just BSN. But I have a lot of the hospitals are jumping to hire my associate degree nurses as well, which is phenomenal. And then they can continue their education because we have the RSN to BSN program. So while they're doing their online program, they're able to work and get that experience. But for the actual requirement, I'm going to have to turn that over and have our admissions team answer those questions as well, because I don't want to mislead or forget to share something.
Terrific. That's perfect. And I'm going to make a note here. The question was from Paula. So thank you, Paula, for that question. Some people wanted to know, what are the costs involved in an education at Eastern International College?
The cost, I don't have the exact, I apologize. I'm on the back end and during the experience. So the cost I know are you can have the student financial aid that can assist you. I know that we have various different types of grants that the school has, as well as government grants that we work with. So the financial aid team will actually work individually with each person to be able to answer those questions. And there's always different, I'm sure, payment options that they have, but the financial aid team and the admissions team will work hand in hand with them on that. But to delve into that a little further, I'm going to have the admissions team actually answer that question. So if we can make a note of who asked that question, that way I can make sure we get that question answered for them.
Okay, terrific. I think it's great to let everybody know that you have a strong, financial aid team, and
Absolutely.
that, you work with individuals to help them to manage the costs. There
Absolutely.
are costs involved in everything, but it's about how do you help students manage it. And I think, one of the things that really is outstanding that you're bringing forward is the level of involvement you have with students. So how does that work when a student, begins their journey? Do they have access to you? Is there a team? How does it work for them to be able to get that wonderful support that you discussed?
Well, I'm the director of student services, so every single student has access to me anytime that they need. When students actually join and begin school, I provide my cell phone number to every single student. That's how dedicated we are.
Wow.
So even over this holiday vacation, I still am answering my texts, my emails, the phone calls. So they always have a way, and not just myself, but I have my team who also provides their cell phone number as well. So that way, the student services team is 100% dedicated in Eastern International College. Really takes that to heart. It's really important for us to make sure our students have an excellent experience. The other thing too is our default management rate is, I believe it's 0 or very close to 0, which most colleges don't have. And what that means is our students, once they're graduating, they're paying their student loans. They're not defaulting on those student loans. And that's a beautiful thing because most colleges don't have that opportunity to share. So obviously it's definitely financially available where it would be manageable for students.
Well, I think that also speaks to the jobs that people are able to get, because you can't pay your student loan if you can't get a job.
Right.
So there would be a correlation
Yes.
between not defaulting on your loan and having a job. So to me,
Absolutely.
that really speaks to how students are able to get employment after being at Eastern International College.
Absolutely. And being the person who was firsthand in line with working with each of the students, in addition to my team working with them, I've actually seen some of my students get as a spanking brand new nurse or cardiovascular technologist or dental hygienist or sonographer for diagnostic medical sonography or health leadership. I've actually seen people land higher salaries than what is anticipated for a spanking brand new person coming out of college. And I attribute that to our students because my team and I, we work hand in hand with you. We give you all the tools that you need. We even teach you how to negotiate the salary aspect.
Wow.
So, and when we share all these different tips and tricks, the students are like, oh my goodness, they're like, I'm so glad that I went to Eastern International College because this is a support that not everybody offers. And when I say we have lifetime placement and career services assistant, I mean that 100%. I have people that graduated back in 2012 that still reach out. They say, hey, do you think you can help me? Absolutely. That's part of the services that a graduate from Eastern International College gets. Did I answer the question?
Yeah, absolutely. And then some. I mean, to know that you really have a coach for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
Sure. I mean, and people who are keyed into these fields is invaluable. Mary Lou has a question. Would a high school diploma be enough, or do you need an associate's or higher degree?
No, I do know that you do need a high school. I believe it's a high school diploma or a GED, or high school equivalency is what they call it today, to get in. And we have associate degree and we have bachelor's degree programs.
Terrific. And Marsha wanted to know, do you offer a BSN in nursing?
Yes, we do offer a BSN. We have an RN to BSN program, and we're really proud of that. We actually just got that program not too long ago, and we're rocking and rolling with that. So we're actually getting ready. I think the next class, if I remember correctly, starts in February. So I would say definitely reach out at either online or to one of the numbers. Again, if anybody needs to reach out to me, and this is also for our prospective students, I have provided you with my my email address so that you can provide that to any of the prospective students. So if they have additional questions that don't pertain to admission, then I may be able to assist them with that and then transfer them over to the admissions experts who can guide them through the process.
Terrific. And I just actually shared again in the chat, if anyone wants to copy it and paste it. I added the website address. I added the Jersey City campus phone number, the Belleville campus phone number, and Jennifer's email address, which she so graciously is giving out to everybody. And we will also be sending an email tomorrow that'll have this information as well. This is also being recorded, and you will be able to see it within 48 hours on the Schneps Media YouTube channel, so you can watch it again. Excuse me. You could also share it with other individuals who are interested in this type of a career. So just to let you know that. Paula wanted to know, when will you be open again in January?
Actually, January 4th, the campuses, they're actually open now. We have people that are going in and out, but on January 4th is when the whole crew, because we have a bunch of people on vacation. So the whole crew comes back on January 4th. But if you reach out, we have admissions people working today. So if you reach out today, you should have someone. And if you're having any difficulty, by all means, you're welcome to reach out to my email. My email pops up on my phone instantly. So if there's something that you need that's urgent, all I ask you is just put the word urgent in capital letters. So that way I know that's something that needs immediate attention.
Wow, that's fantastic. This has really been so eye-opening, and maybe you could tell us a little bit more about how internships work and job placement, because I'm sure that that's something people really would love to know more about.
Sure, absolutely. We have our internship, but we call it externship, which is also another name is internship. For nursing and dental hygiene, they usually call that clinical. So that's why you see me using both terms, externship and clinical. And basically, we have a lot of different partnerships with a variety of different hospitals, dental offices, with different doctors' offices, imaging centers, all over. We have them in New Jersey, we have them down in New York City, and wherever you go. So for example, first of all, with the externship, we have a team that actually works and helps. My team assists with the externship and internship, but what we've actually been doing with some of our folks is with some of like the sonography, is if somebody's willing to take them on in a different role, sometimes we can get them a paid internship, but usually the clinicals and externship are not unpaid, just like in most colleges. But basically, we work with you, we set up the sites, we have the partnership, and then we bring the student and the site together. And then they get that externship or clinical experience. And it's phenomenal. It really is. Did I answer your question in full?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Can you tell us a little bit about student life? About student connection and support. If you could talk to a little bit about that, that would be great.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun. We make sure that whatever we do for one campus, we do for the other campus, and we also do for online. And that's why we have actually just switched all of our classes are offered as webinars online, but then we also have some that will be on campus, which would basically be the same one that's offered as a webinar. And we have different things like we have the president's luncheon. So if you get to be on the president's list or the dean's list, that's an acknowledgement that you can put on your resume. We're always working toward, with the student services, everything that we do, we're working towards enhancing each of the students so they can stand out when they go to that interview, when they actually land their job. We have different events and we have fun things that go on. We do a lot of community giving where we have our student council. So if you're interested in being a part of the student council, whether you're online or if you're on campus individual, you can actually take a leadership role. And the wonderful thing with that is myself and my team, we're involved with all of the webinars. So we see when you're interacting, we see when you're participating, and anything that we can get from those things, we can help to elevate or push those students up when we're talking to employers. Because a lot of people will say, I have to just send my resume online. Not with Eastern International College. Yes, we do recommend you do that, but we also send your resume directly. You don't even need a cover letter. We send it directly to our contact, and our contacts then reach out to our students and our graduates and bring them in for an interview. But the beautiful thing, and I think the thing I'm most proud of, is our recruitment days, because the fact that my team and I have developed such a phenomenal relationship with different hospitals and medical facilities and doctors' offices. They trust me and my team to be able to automatically insert our students and graduates into interview slots. I actually have one of the specialty hospitals just reached out to me yesterday and said, Jennifer, we really want to have another recruitment day, and it's actually for nurses. They need nurses, and they said, we need so many, can you help us? I said, absolutely. They're like, but you're on vacation. I said, doesn't matter. We're all about Eastern International College and my team. We're all about our students, and we love helping the students, and it brings us great pleasure to be able to be a part of their journey and to see them prosper and do phenomenal things. Same thing in another aspect. There have been times where I've had graduates reach out to me and say, hey, Jennifer, I'm having some difficulty with my supervisor, or I'm having some difficulty with a coworker. I'm not really sure how to handle this. Or I was told I was going to make a certain salary, but they were supposed to give me a raise and they never did. How do I handle that? And we work with you when we brainstorm with different aspects, but the student is always 100% in control. Everything that the student services, which includes career services, everything that we share are suggestions, and we guide you. And I have a tremendous amount of experience because I've also worked for the Department of Labor for 3 years. So I have a whole bunch of resources, not only there. So I've had some students that were having difficulty with like resources, like over Thanksgiving. I remember one of my students coming to me and saying, I'm really struggling. I'm not sure how to handle. And because I've worked with the Department of Labor for 3 years, I know a lot of the higher ups. I know how to maneuver through that cumbersome bureaucratic process. So I'm able to assist my student with that and other incentives that they may be able to get in that aspect as well. Did I answer the question in full?
Yeah, that was terrific. I mean, as a parent to an almost college student, I mean, to think that my child could get that kind of help and direction
Mhm.
really is, I mean, look, this is what it's about. It's about the rest of your life. It's not just about 4 years or 2 years. It's about the rest
Right.
of your life. And it really seems like, you support people like that. We have another question. Do you have an online RN program?
We have I know we have the online RN to BSN program. The associate degree program, I don't believe that one is online, not yet, but I'm going to ask to transfer that over to our admissions department again, because that's not my specialty and I don't want to mislead in any way. So I'd rather let the expert in admissions answer that question. So I apologize that I don't have that 100%.
No problem. Is there availability to see different online programs on your website, or do you
Yeah.
recommend? Okay.
Yeah, so
That-
if you go online, you're gonna see we have everything on there from you can see our college catalogs, you can see, and there'll even be some costs and so on in there, but they have everything is right on the website, and you'll see all the different services that we offer. We even have tutoring services. And with the tutoring services, our expert faculty works with the students and provides services. And then sometimes we can bring in students or graduates that'll come in and help out as well. For example, I know on my career services class, one of the ones we give, we have so many students that have been saying, hey, can I come in and share how you guys were helpful and you sent out my resume? And and a lot of my students, they get multiple offers. Not everybody. It all depends on how well you interview and prepare, but we give you all the tools that you need. And we also provide mock interviewing practices, which I know our student graduates have told me and my team, wow, this is really great. I really understand like what to expect. And then they go into the interview process and they feel like kind of, I got this. And it's a beautiful thing. And for me, I know they'll say to me, oh my goodness, thank you for you and your team. I couldn't have done it without you. And I always tell them, and my team tells them, it's not us. It's all about you and the fact that you took all the tools that we gave you and you exercise those tools. And the fact that you're utilizing them, that's what gets you guys opportunities for multiple offers. So it's just a beautiful thing.
So you're really empowering people with knowledge and
Absolutely.
and then you're giving them the obviously all of the important information they need to know in their career, but then you're also really teaching them these life skills that they can use in getting a job forever, and in so many other aspects. I think, what you're imparting on people and empowering them truly moves into all different areas of your life.
Absolutely. We're all about being, like I know you heard me say it multiple times, we are student and we are graduate centered. And Eastern International College is a partner in life with you to the end. So even if you come back 30 years from now, we're still going to be assisting you with your resume. And we always just say, don't ever quit a job. You keep your job and then we send your resume out behind the scenes. And then you just have to make yourself available for those interviews, but we guide you through as involved as you want us to be. Some people have us do hand holding every step of the way. And there's some other students that'll maybe kind of hold us a little bit further back, but that's okay. We're as involved as you want us to be. You are always 100% in control.
Wonderful. We have another question.
Okay.
Someone reached out that they are already getting a doctorate program at another school and wanted to know if they're able to apply for any externships through Eastern International College.
I don't know the answer to that. I've never been asked that before, but I can certainly ask my team. I can go up to the higher ups and ask if that would be something that they would do.
So do people need to sign up? And again, this might be an admissions question, but do people need to be a matriculating student in order to participate in all of these wonderful support mechanisms you have? Or can people take, can they take individual classes? How does that work?
I believe, and again, I'm gonna leave this up for my admissions experts to share, but I believe you have to be part of the program. I don't believe we have separate classes, but again, I'm not the expert in admissions, so I want to have them answer that question. So if the individual would be so kind to reach out, or if they need, I can always forward the information over to our admissions team. But yeah, anybody who is a graduate of our college automatically has that lifetime placement assistant. We handhold, and again, we're a partner for life with you. So you have, and each of the students, like I mentioned, I know every student that since I've started, every single one of them has my cell phone number. And I still get called, even when COVID hit, and some of us were laid off for just a little bit because of the COVID. I had a bunch of students that reached out, and even though I was technically on unemployment because of COVID, I still helped out all of my students with their mock interviewing and helping them with their resumes and so on, because Eastern International College and our team, we genuinely really care about each of our students and want to make sure they have the ultimate success.
That's wonderful, that dedication. So, just to kind of wrap things up, I wanted to just reiterate that, the next step would be to visit the website.
Yes.
And to certainly reach out to the admissions teams and obviously to reach out to you as well. But certainly there's a lot of information on the website. And just to jump in, that even though it's a holiday week, there are still people there.
Yes.
And I really want to thank all of the attendees that are here that have, even though it's a holiday week, are taking the next step in their bright future. So I really want to thank you all for joining us during this holiday week. And Jennifer, thank you so much. You really provided such wonderful information, and I'm excited about the opportunities that Eastern International College offers and the support. And college and picking your career is such a critical part to your own personal happiness. And to hear about a college that is so committed to each individual student is really wonderful. So I appreciate your being here with us and sharing all of your important information.
It was my pleasure. And when this is going to college, that's a big investment. And not only that, but we invest in you because we promote you and how fantastic you are. And that's why we give all that we can with our student services for our students and our graduates.
Absolutely. That is what a perfect way to end the webinar. That is perfectly said. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a very happy new year. Please,
yes, happy new year.
Yes, 2021.
It's going to be a great year.
Please, everyone, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll look forward to seeing you on another webinar soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.